Memphis is wild again. At least that's what the streets keep whispering, and this time the noise is loud. A shaky clip just hit the internet. Grainy, chaotic, hard to read, but that hasn't stopped social media from exploding. Timelines are flooded with theories, comments, and side-eye emojis, with people claiming the man in that footage could be tied to Dolph, maybe even family, though nobody has stepped up to confirm a single thing. The talk is reckless, non-stop, and moving faster than anyone can slow it down. Some folks online swear the clip shows someone who has been staying low ever since the empire fell apart. Okay. Others say the timing is way too suspicious, like this video popping up wasn't random at all.
They just said my nigga got killed.
The rumor mill is working overtime, spinning stories that connect old moves, old faces, and an alleged chain of events that supposedly led to C Money losing his life. In Memphis, whether the footage is real almost doesn't matter anymore. Once the story hits the streets, truth becomes optional, and old wounds get ripped wide open. You can feel the tension creeping back through the city. Every barbershop conversation sounds heavier. Every phone call feels cautious. Every block is paying attention again. To really get why this energy feels so thick, you gotta rewind the story. This isn't just about a blurry video or internet chatter. This goes back years into loyalty, betrayal, and blood ties that never fully untangled.
No, for how long? Come on, let's go. Who said that? How?
Before the paper route name rang worldwide, before the money and the shine, Dolph moved with a tight circle. Family, day ones, close friends who stood 10 toes behind him like soldiers. But when fame levels up, dynamics change fast. As Dolph's star kept rising, the vibe across the city reportedly shifted. CMG crew already had their own machine moving, their own influence, their own muscle. Two heavy camps, both respected, both powerful, and everyone in Memphis knew the city wasn't big enough for both. That's where C Money steps into the picture. He was known, respected, and connected in his own lane, with ties brushing close to both Pre and CMG. In a city where loyalty is everything, that kind of position can turn dangerous real quick. Some say he tried to play it careful, keeping balance where balance was almost impossible.
Breaking news now. Family confirming to Fox 13 News that a Memphis rapper, C Money, was killed in that shooting.
Niggas be asking all the time why I don't go back to Memphis that much. But when I do go back to Memphis, bro, I pop in and I pop back out. I don't be telling nobody I'm there, none of that.
Then came the moment that froze the city. Dolph's passing hit Memphis like a power outage, sudden and heavy. Silence fell, even from people far removed from the beef. Memphis didn't just lose an artist, it lost a presence, a voice that mattered. After that, the lines got drawn hard. Pre on one side, CMG on the other, and everybody had their own version of what really happened. Accusations stayed quiet, but whispers didn't. Who was solid, who switched up, who was chasing clout behind the scenes. Now the heat is back again. New rumors, fresh clips, screenshots flying across timelines. Just days ago, talk about fast money and C Money's tragic death started bubbling up all over again.
So, anyways, fuck. It's gonna be one. What time you usually going to sleep? You staying up late though.
I do that. Well, yeah.
That's all. We still got some shit to do or kick it.
Okay.
I'm good.
People online say he was close to a big move, maybe even a deal that could have changed his future. But before anything could breathe, things took a dark turn. Now folks are speculating about old connections, family ties, and unfinished business, but nothing is confirmed. No official statements, no solid proof. Still, in Memphis, whispers alone can shake the ground like an earthquake. Authorities haven't confirmed anything, but the streets are listening, and the tension is loud. There are still no named suspects, no arrests, and officially the case remains unsolved. But anyone who really knows Memphis understands this city has a way of replaying its own history over and over. Stories don't disappear out here. They don't fade away quietly. They sit, they wait, and eventually new faces end up carrying old narratives forward, whether they want to or not. Everybody already knows about the long-running tension between Yo Gotti's CMG camp and Dolph's Paper Route empire. That rivalry was never just about music. It cut deeper than records and charts, digging into pride, power, and neighborhood loyalty. This was legacy mixed with emotion, ego, and respect, all tangled together in a way Memphis knows too well. That back-and-forth energy between CMG and Pre has echoed through songs, videos, and block conversations for years. Every time it feels like things are cooling off, something happens to light the spark again. So when rumors started circulating online about C-Money, right around the time he was said to be close to something big with Gotti's side, people instantly started connecting dots. Memphis thrives on stories, and this one was way too heavy to ignore. The streets started feeling divided again, and the online voices got louder by the hour. Some claim this might be another chapter in a rivalry that refuses to die, a message sent without ever saying a word. Others believe it was personal, something completely outside the music industry, rooted in emotions nobody wants to talk about. Nobody truly knows what happened, but the timing feels way too wild to brush off. What's really cranking the heat is people close to the scene insisting the situation wasn't random at all. There's talk of jealousy, fear, and old grudges crashing into each other all at once. But right now it's still speculation, still street talk, still nothing confirmed. What is clear is that Memphis hasn't felt the same since that day. The city's rhythm feels off, like it's moving but holding its breath at the same time. Law enforcement is reportedly still investigating, while people connected to CMG have stayed silent. Some say that silence says everything, others say it's just respect for the process. Either way, the weight is heavy. When footage tied to C-Money's final night surfaced online, it didn't just trend, it shook social media to its core. One day he was being celebrated, seen around people tied to his dreams. The next he was being mourned across the internet. The shift was instant. People began debating non-stop, drawing lines that may not even exist, pulling theories from every corner of the city. C-Money was known as a rising Memphis artist, with a real story and authentic sound. His grind was finally getting attention beyond the city, and many believed it was only a matter of time before a major label called. Word online was that CMG Records could have been that door, a jump into the big leagues, bigger budgets, wider exposure. Fans were calling him next up, placing his name next to Moneybagg Yo and Black Youngsta. It felt like his moment had arrived, proof that someone real from the trenches could make it out. But in Memphis, success stories can flip fast. The footage that surfaced online paints a grim picture of a moment that flipped without warning. What started a celebration reportedly turned into chaos in seconds. People who claim they were nearby say laughter filled the air, music was loud, and the mood felt light until everything snapped out of nowhere. According to online chatter, a car allegedly rolled up slow, windows down, and before anyone could process what was happening, panic erupted. The clip spreading across social media shows confusion, yelling, bodies scattering in every direction. Whatever unfolded that night happened fast, way too fast for anyone to react. Posts online describe the scene as shocking and heartbreaking. Some viewers believe the person thought to be C-Money collapsed where he stood after multiple shots rang out. Others argue the footage is too blurry, too chaotic to confirm anything for sure. What's clear is that by the time emergency services arrived, based on what locals are saying, it was already too late. That moment, which reportedly began as a celebration, ended in tragedy, frozen forever in just a few shaky seconds that spread across the internet like wildfire. As soon as the clip dropped, questions flooded social media even faster than the video itself. Why now? Who would do this? What really happened? Theories came pouring in from every direction. Screenshots, voice notes, alleged messages, timelines, stacked with opinions, most of it unverified, but nobody stayed quiet. The streets are saying the truth is already known, but that speaking on it comes with risks. Still, neither CMG nor pre-affiliates have made any public statements, and that silence feels heavy across Memphis. Silence can mean a lot of things: respect, fear, or the calm before another storm. And that's what has people on edge, because around here, every headline can come with consequences. The question isn't just who pulled the trigger, it's who might be next. From the Dolph situation to smaller neighborhood clashes, people keep noticing how these stories circle back to the same few names and crews. Many believe C-Money got caught in the middle of something much bigger than music. It's a world where fame and loyalty crash into each other hard. Now fans are in full debate mode. Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, everyone's breaking it down, arguing, dissecting rumors like street detectives. Some say it's just another case of a rising artist gone too soon. Others insist there's something deeper, pointing to what they call a dark cloud hanging over CMG's rise. A few even call it a curse, highlighting patterns where tragedy seems to strike right when momentum peaks. Of course, none of this has been proven. It's all speculation. But one thing is certain: the silence is only making the whispers louder. With no official answers and no arrests, fans are left questioning everything. Did a possible CMG opportunity bring unwanted attention, or was this personal, something completely outside the music world? Because in Memphis, lines blur fast. Quick success can collide with old street politics before anyone realizes what's happening. And once that collision happens, success stops feeling like a blessing. It turns into a target. People in the city say it's the same story on repeat. Shine too bright, move too fast, and someone somewhere wants to turn the lights off. That's the hard truth about Memphis. Success often walks hand in hand with a shadow. Every smile, every win, every flashy moment pulls eyes, both supportive and dangerous, and the city's history has proven that over and over again. History has already shown what happens when ambition and ego crash into each other in Memphis. Peace never sticks around for long, and until that cycle gets broken, stories like this will keep haunting the same streets over and over again. It's like the city remembers everything, even when people try to move forward. Over the years, too many rising artists from Memphis have seen their dreams cut short. Different names, same ending, too soon, too sudden, too familiar. Now C-Money's name echoes alongside those memories, and that's what hurts the most. This isn't just about one artist anymore. It's about a cycle that keeps spinning like a record stuck on repeat. And the pattern feels painfully familiar to anyone paying attention. It usually starts the same way. A young rapper finally breaks through, signs something big, flashes a little success. And just when it feels like the moment has arrived, tragedy strikes. A mural goes up, a hashtag trends, and the city sighs because it's seen this movie before. Every single time, the same heavy questions flood social media and the streets at once. Who did it? Why that night? Was it jealousy, revenge, or something deeper hiding underneath it all? In Memphis, motives don't sit on the surface. They live between loyalty, pride, and old grudges that refuse to die. People talk about ego, fear, and money all tangled together in ways only the streets truly understand. Everybody has a theory, but real answers stay buried under years of pain and silence. Instead of touring the world or celebrating a deal, C-Money should have been living the dream he fought for. Instead, what's left are memories replayed on screens. Clip people can't stop watching, even though it hurts every time. Another family grieving, another community mourning, another reminder that success can come with danger attached. People say C-Money came from the struggle, flipped pain into motivation, and built something from nothing. His journey gave others hope, made them believe they could make it out too. That's what makes this loss feel so heavy. The idea that someone who worked that hard could have it all taken before truly getting his moment cuts deep. Now Memphis feels that familiar weight again. Another promising voice silenced before reaching full potential. Fans, artists, and people in the city are left reflecting, wondering if this was jealousy, an old conflict resurfacing, or something more calculated beneath the surface. Nobody knows for sure, and that uncertainty keeps the conversation alive. The community keeps asking if there's something bigger happening in the Memphis rap scene. Something beyond music, something tied to history repeating itself. The tension, the loss, the silence, it all adds up to one uneasy truth. As the city mourns another young artist, the streets are watching closely. Every move, every post, every moment of silence gets analyzed. People are cautious, waiting to see what happens next, hoping this cycle finally stops here. But until answers come, Memphis is holding its breath again, and the streets are still talking.